Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Let's cut right to the chase. We're here to save ourselves some money, to snag some of those juicy deals, because from 8 to 11 July, it's that time again. The Amazon Prime Days are here. Now, I get accused from time to time that whenever we do a best accessories video or an EDC video here on the channel, that the products mentioned are too expensive. And I suppose that's not entirely untrue. We do like nice things, and nice things cost money. But a couple times a year, we have an opportunity to snag some of these items at a significant discount, and Amazon Prime Days is one of those times. I've rounded up some of my absolute favorite tech products of this year that are almost certainly going to be seeing some really interesting discounts. Let's ramble.
Hold up, things go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it once.
Now guys, before I take you through my list of favorite items, beware that not all of these items are necessarily going to have their discount on Amazon. Some of these brands will be offering their discounts on their own websites, but don't worry, I'll have everything linked in the description below the video to get you to the right place. Now, this first product is very well timed. Most of us will be planning our vacations, or maybe you're already fully booked and ready to go. You're going to want to look into one of these. The UGREEN Nexode 165 watts retractable power bank. If you've been around the channel for a bit, you already know I'm a big fan of UGREEN, and if you don't believe me, have a look at my drawer of chargers. These Nexode chargers are crazy powerful, and I've been keeping one in my travel kit for a long time now. Such a lifesaver. But this particular one here is definitely my new favorite because it comes with its own built-in retractable cable. It is 0.65 meters long. I'll put the equivalent in feet up on the screen somewhere, and it feels nice and durable too. I'm a total scatterbrain, so to have a cable actually built in is super useful for me. And guys, 165 watts in a power bank this size is nuts. That means it can easily charge a 14-inch MacBook Pro over halfway full in just 30 minutes because it can deliver up to 100 watts fast charging through that single USB-C cable. But if I were to plug another USB-C cable in here and use both of them, this thing can deliver the full 165 watts of power. Pretty insane for a battery. And with its massive 20,000 milliamp hour of juice, you can charge a bunch of devices multiple times over. To give you, for instance, it can charge the iPhone 16 from dead to completely full nearly 4 times. The Smart TFT display gives you some actual information about the charging status, remaining battery, voltage, etc., which is a lot better than having just a few indicator lights like most other batteries do. And the best part is that you can take this thing on a flight with you since it does meet airline standards. I cannot recommend this thing enough. Oh, and if you're looking for something a bit smaller, they also do a 65 watt charger, also fast charging. UGREEN is offering Prime Day discounts of up to 40%, so definitely don't sleep on this one. Next up is one of my favorite finds of this year. It is the Opsbot Meat 2. And this thing really surprised me. I mean, I've tested and reviewed several Opsbot webcams on the channel, and I knew they were top notch, but when they sent this one over to me for review, I did not expect it to perform the way it did. It's easily the smallest and most versatile 4K webcam I've ever tested, but don't let the size fool you. This thing punches far above its weight. For something this compact, the image quality is honestly kind of amazing. It delivers a 4K 30 frames per second feed with vibrant colors, excellent sharpness, and surprisingly good autofocus. And if you're used to filming yourself, you already know this, having solid autofocus is a big deal. And here's the kicker, even without a gimbal, which a lot of the Opsbot cams have, this little guy has AI auto framing, which guarantees that you stay centered and well framed even when multiple people are in the shot, which is wild for a webcam this size. Another important feature is low light performance. I mean, we use these things on the road a lot, you know, in hotel rooms, etc., and the lighting is often not ideal. Opsbot really nailed it. Compared to other webcams I've tested, including more expensive ones, the Meat 2 is just noticeably cleaner and brighter, even in bad lighting. And both the portrait mode and the AI-generated bokeh, super useful if you're live streaming, video calling, or even recording vertical content for socials. Plus, flipping it to vertical mode is dead simple. You just turn it sideways like this on the magnetic clip. No extra gear needed. It works with the same feature-packed Opsbot software as the higher-end ones, so you still get things like beauty effects, gesture controls, and deep customization. All in a webcam that fits in your pocket, and I mean literally fits in your pocket. If you're looking for a travel-friendly, feature-packed webcam that doesn't skimp on image quality, the OBSBOT Meat 2 is seriously worth a look. There's also a slimmed down version of this thing called the Meat SE. If you don't have high requirements for image quality and just want to experience the powerful performance of OBSBOT webcams, the Meat SE is a more cost-effective choice. And during Prime Day sales, it's only 59 bucks. You can snag the OBSBOT Meat for 20% off retail or a 19% discount on the Meat SE. Links will be, of course, in the description below. Next up is a banger of a cinema projector. I don't have it on the desk with me because it's pretty big, so it would take up half the desk, but I just had to include it in this list. Home projectors have really come a long way, and the Valyrian Vision Master Pro 2 is definitely top of the line. I did a full review on this thing exactly 1 month ago, and it blew me off my socks. It really packs a punch, triple laser RGB, 4K UHD resolution, 3000 ISO lumens, and a massive 300-inch max projection size. I mean, I don't even have a screen that fits that big of an image. Perfect for your living room, backyard movie nights because it's super bright, or a full-on home theater setup. It's got that 15,000:1 contrast ratio with Valyrion's enhanced black level technology, which gives you incredibly rich deep blacks. Pair that with the dynamic tone mapping and HDR content looks exactly as it should. No blown out highlights, no crushed blacks. And gamers, you're gonna love this. It supports 240 Hz at 1080p with just 4 milliseconds of input lag for a projector. And even in 4K, it still does 60 Hz at 15 milliseconds. I tested it with my PS5 and the experience was buttery smooth. It's got all the ports you could possibly need: HDMI, eARC, USB 3.0, LAN, you name it. So integrating it into an existing setup is as easy as switching out the HDMI cable. It runs Google TV, snappy performance, and a Bluetooth remote. And yes, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and IMAX enhanced. This is as close as it gets to cinematic experience at your home. Now, this is not an entry-level projector. It's a prosumer beast that is built to last, and for what it offers, it's absolutely worth it. If you've been on the fence about picking one of these bad boys up for yourself, now is definitely the time, because Valyrian is offering a site-wide discount of 20% on all projectors, which means you can save 600 bucks on the purchase of the Vision Master Pro 2, and only during the Amazon Prime days. Discount links in the description. Next up is my favorite desk charger. I use one of these here in the studio. At my desk at home, I've got one on my nightstand. ESR's 3-in-1 MagSafe charging station with the patented Cryo Boost cooling technology always does a banger job charging my iPhone super fast. This is the second generation, which is even better than the previous one. Better airflow, quieter, slimmer, and still just as powerful. By actively cooling your iPhone to maintain stable high-speed charging, it delivers up to 99 minutes faster charging than other Qi 2 chargers, and it is fully ready for the upcoming iPhone 17 as well as future iOS updates. And being a 3-in-1 charger, it will charge your AirPods right here and even your Apple Watch on the back. And what I find very cool about this thing is that you can actually remove this thing. There's a little magnetic cap, you can bring it with you, so you can stick it in any USB-C port like the side of your laptop or whatever plug and charge your Apple Watch like that. Myself, I just keep it on this thing most of the time and have my 3-in-1 charger. Is honestly perfect. And by the way, it charges the Apple Watch Ultra 4 times faster than the standard 2.5 watt chargers. Now, if you throw on one of ESR's cases as well, the hold on this thing is crazy strong. The magnetic lock offers 1500 grams of force, which is more than twice as strong as Apple's own cases. So when I snap my phone onto the Cryo Boost charging stand, that thing ain't coming off. Of course, this will also work perfectly with any other MagSafe case or no case at all. So yeah, I can highly recommend these things. Links are in the description. Next are two of my actual favorite AI products of the year. And if you're a regular to the channel, chances are you've heard me talk about these things a couple times, and they just had to be on this list for today because both of these will get a nice 20% discount on Prime Day. The PLAUD Note, I would describe as an AI recorder on steroids. Not physically, because this thing is literally credit card sized, but because of all it can do. My favorite is call recording, whereby you attach it to your phone. You can use one of these very nice looking wallets. The black one it comes with, and then you can purchase one of these if you want to have some, if you want to mix it up a bit. So let's use this one. You would just put it in here and stick it to your phone. and it's a very strong magnet, it's not coming off. You then slide up the lever to go in call recording mode, and now because it works via resonance, it records you as well as the person on the other end of the call, no matter what app you're using. So your app doesn't have to be compatible with recording, this thing will do it all for you. Sliding the lever down puts it in ambient recording mode, which is great for face-to-face meetings, but I also use it for my online video calls. I'll just place it near a speaker or near my computer, and it will record the entire meeting for me so I can focus on being present instead of frantically typing. And once the call or meeting is over, that's when the real magic happens. I get a super accurate transcription, including speaker labeling, which sometimes I wonder how it was able to understand certain people better than I did during the call, but it really does. And if I want a report of the meeting to send to my clients or something, I will just have the PLAUD do an AI summary for me that has also summed up the key takeaways and the action items. Rarely do I need to adjust or add anything, it's that good. Then I can ask PLAUD AI questions as well, helping me search across my recording, and it has a growing list of app integrations so I can make everything actionable directly in my workflow. Now the PLAUD pin, this little guy here, is basically all of that AI goodness, but in the form of a wearable. Next week I'll be traveling to New York to attend Samsung Unpacked, which I'm super excited about. There will be so much information coming my way and so many impromptu meetings. I want to be sure I don't miss anything important, and that is where this PLAUD pin is a real lifesaver. I can either wear it as a pin, which is probably my favorite, and because it's magnetic, it's just super convenient. You can also wear it around your neck because it has this hole here for a lanyard, or on my wrist using a strap. You can just pop it in there and it becomes this wearable thing. You can just put it around my wrist, and this is magnetic too. And come to think of it, in the summer, I think I actually might prefer this because there isn't really that much to clip it onto. So wearing it on my wrist is probably what I'll do for this trip. But having said that, sometimes when I am wearing a jacket, I'll just simply drop it in the front pocket and let it do its thing. This thing has a 40-day standby period, and it can do 20 hours of continuous recording. I mean, 20 hours, I'm not even awake that long. So I could just leave this thing running all day, not worry about it, and then when I get home, I have all my things nicely organized. Now there's always going to be some people that will say, my phone can do all of those things, why would I buy a wearable? Well, here's the thing. If I use my phone to do these recordings, I can't be doing anything else with my phone, and I also really don't want to be sticking my phone in people's faces when I'm having meetings. This is way more inconspicuous. I can just talk like a normal person and everything just gets recorded regardless. Not to mention that my phone doesn't have nearly as much recording time as these things, so they do have an added value for me. I love these things, I can highly recommend them. And by the way, they're actually not as expensive as you might think, especially not on Prime Day, so don't sleep on this one. Get yourself organized. Now, if you're into smart home upgrades, you need to check out AQARA's brand new products over here. There's two products I want to mention. We have the new Smart Lock U200, and what's cool about this one is that it's a retrofit smart lock, meaning you don't have to replace your entire lock. It works with your existing cylinder, including Euro and US deadbolt locks, as long as they meet a few simple requirements. Now, the U200 is built on Matter over Thread, so it integrates seamlessly with Apple Home, Alexa, Google Home, even SmartThings, and because it uses Thread, it's super power efficient with a battery life of up to 6 months. If you're an iPhone or an Apple Watch user, even better, you'll love that it supports Apple Home Key. Just tap to unlock or use AQARA's NFC cards, which is great for kids or guests. And if you're more into PIN codes, fingerprints, or voice commands, it does those things too. You can even keep using your original key if you want. There's also auto lock, which is very useful if you're forgetful like me, a quiet unlock mode, and a weatherproof keypad that handles extreme temperatures, which comes in handy right now because it was 36 degrees Celsius this week. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's freaking hot. So whether it's hot outside or freezing cold, this thing should be able to handle it. It's secure, discreet, and it is designed to fit on almost any smart home setup. I've been using this thing for a while now, and honestly, I'm impressed. Now, if you're serious about smart home security, you'll also want to check out their new Camera Hub G5 Pro. But this isn't just any security camera. The G5 Pro is a 4-megapixel outdoor camera with true color night vision, and it is powered by on-device AI, so it can recognize faces, vehicle, even packages right on the camera. And that means that even if your internet goes down, your alerts will will still work. It supports Apple HomeKit secure video, Alexa, Google Home, and SmartThings, and it's one of the few cameras to offer PoE or Wi-Fi versions, depending on your setup. But here's what really sets it apart from other cameras. The G5 Pro actually doubles as a Matter controller, a Threadborder router, and a Zigbee hub, so it doesn't just watch your home, it actually runs your smart home, managing AQARA gear and third-party devices all from outside your house. There's also end-to-end encryption with local NAS support, a 133-degree field of view, a built-in siren and spotlight, and it is IP65 weather resistant. So it's basically ready for any type of weather. And coupled with the lock, you've got yourself a super secure and versatile setup. If you want to check it out for yourself and grab that nice Prime Day discount, of course, there's going to be links in the description. Right guys, the AirPods Max. Normally, I would probably not put these 4.5-year-old headphones in this video, but Apple actually recently upgraded these things, which makes them interesting again. Specifically, the USB-C model, which comes with some really nice features. I did a dedicated video on all the changes if you want some more in-depth information, but in a nutshell, these AirPods Max are now capable of lossless audio as well as ultra low latency, and you can use them wired, which is a big deal for me personally, because with video editing there is actually zero latency. You can either plug them in directly to any USB-C device, or you can use Apple's 3.5mm jack adapter. Now, should these features have been there from the start? Absolutely, but hey, they're here now. I'm still a huge fan of the sound of these things. I love spatial audio, and if you use a lot of Apple devices, the seamless integration and automatic switching between the devices is really a treat. Now, these often have great deals, specifically because they're a bit older now, so definitely check out the links in the description for current pricing. Now, if you do decide to pick up a pair, definitely also consider adding something like this walnut case. The case, if you can call it that comes with the AirPods, doesn't offer a lot of protection, and what is that thing anyway? I mean, whoever thought that it would be a good idea to put a bikini on a pair of headphones should probably be fired. Anyway, I still highly recommend these, especially if you find a good deal. Now, if you're not married to the Apple ecosystem, definitely check out these much newer Sony XM6s. I mean, they have a longer name too, but who can remember that? I did a full comparison between these two headphones if you're interested in that, but here's the cliff notes. These sound incredible. They're very comfortable to wear, much lighter than the AirPods Max. The active noise canceling is better than the AirPods Max, and that says a lot because the ANC on the AirPods is already pretty amazing. They come in a much better case, as you can see. I mean, it's magnetic, so you can easily operate it with one hand. And unlike the AirPods Max that work best with other Apple devices, these will give you the full set of features no matter what device you're using. And that includes custom EQ, which is another thing the AirPods don't have. So if I had to summarize my thoughts, I would say get the AirPods Max if you're a big fan of the Apple ecosystem, or if you really love spatial audio like I do, but in every other scenario, get the Sonys. Next up is probably my favorite piece of tech that I bought in the last year, and I never expected I would say this. The Steam Deck is what made gaming possible for me again. I built a super beefy gaming PC on the channel last year, which was a lot of fun to do, and I had all these plans of playing games, but in reality, running 2 businesses and having 3 kids makes it virtually impossible to sit down for several hours to play a video game. But I do have pockets of time where I could play a quick game for half an hour or so, and of course when I'm traveling I have a bit more time as well, and that's where this thing really shines. Unlike a lot of other gaming handhelds that run Windows, which require a lot of maintenance and frequent updates, this thing runs SteamOS, which looks and feels like a gaming console. I can just turn this thing on and literally start playing exactly where I left off. And here, I'll show you. Right in the middle of the game. Very rarely do I need to update a game or the system, and even when I do, it is a quick and painless experience through SteamOS. If you're pressed for time but you miss gaming and you wish you could play from time to time, this thing will scratch that itch, and I especially recommend the OLED version. This is by no means the most powerful handheld on the market, but SteamOS and the beautiful big OLED screen make this the #1 for me. And if you can snag it at a nice Prime Day deal, do it. I promise you won't regret it. Now, it would be a bit silly not to at least mention the Nintendo Switch 2 in this context. This thing just came out, and while it's not some groundbreaking breathtaking marvel of gaming, it is a very nice upgrade to the original Switch. Even though the screen isn't OLED, it is a lot bigger than the screen on the Switch originally, and it's actually very nice and very vibrant. So if I would have to pick one, I would actually choose this over the OLED one. Now there aren't that many Switch 2 exclusive titles yet. There's basically just Mario Kart World and a few more titles coming up very shortly, like Donkey Kong is dropping soon, but Nintendo did bring some refreshes to existing games like Zelda, and it also runs some non-Nintendo exclusives that you might not expect, like Cyberpunk, and it runs them actually surprisingly well. Now I wouldn't recommend buying this thing for that type of game. There are better handhelds out there for that particular type of game, and I would definitely stick to something that runs SteamOS, but if you love Nintendo titles and you're looking for something fresh, the Switch 2 is an absolute treat. Again, full review on the channel if you want more information. Now, I'm not 100% sure if the Switch 2 will be seeing any kind of deals around Prime Day, but there will definitely be some sweet discounts on accessories, which is worth looking into if you're thinking about getting yourself the new Switch. And I'll put links to some of my favorite Switch 2 accessories in the description as well. So guys, there you have it, some of my favorite picks. I hope it helps a little. If it does, please give the video a like so it does get recommended to more people. Thank you so much for watching, happy hunting, and see you in the next one.